I seen this documentary. This guy basically gave up his West Ham season ticket to be a fan of a Spanish lower league because he gave up. He gave up in his club. Yeah.
You haven't give up yet. Surprisingly.
Every day is a bitter pill.
I think milking you slowly
Every day
also
is a bitter pill. So I relate to Liverpool fans. 20, 30 years. 30 years? 30 years?
30 years.
30 years. I relate. I understand. But still, no.
I mean, amongst us, right? I think the only ones who really love their owners is Chelsea, lah. Probably.
I'm okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're okay. What I mean, but you're okay. Yeah, but
I think
You're more than okay.
I mean,
yeah, it's a good investment, lah.
Yeah.
It's a good
but
investment.
I mean, because I'm more like a business guy kind of guy, so I understand the way how Chelsea is run and the way how they are managing with the directorship, the way how they do things. So, if you ask me, even the decision that they did, like I disagree. Like for example, Antonio Conte when they asked him to leave, I disagree as a fan. But I understand from a business perspective and what they need. So okay, I'm okay.
That's what you keep telling yourself, right?
No.
I think a lot of our Premier League clubs, right? Those that are being run like a business, there must be a good business model. Like example, I'm not taking Liverpool as a good example, but this is our team is probably quite a good example with the owners and the manager running together hand in hand and trying to make the club progress. It's still money making, of course, definitely, because you have to earn money to actually subsidize all the buying the players and all that, paying the wages and all that. But yeah, it's a tough thing, lah. So for your owners and your manager, right? Right now you guys are in the
bottom three.
relegation battle.
Points wise, yes, I think we haven't won for quite some time. It's quite bad. We haven't won for quite some time. I think the last match was with Liverpool, and then we was a close call.
But that was a good game.
Yeah,
Actually,
that was a
You gave Liverpool a fright, right?
Yeah. For that one blunder by Fabianski, it's like who is coincidentally a former Arsenal keeper.
That's what you
Thanks. Yeah. So, but it's actually quite if you look at the fixtures, right, it's actually quite an uphill task to get the points. And given the state and the morale of the team is I think it's going to be even more difficult. And relegation is a fact. It's gonna if we continue this way, then I'll see you in championship.
I mean, Moyes is definitely not going to. You think because the thing is, if let's say the previous games he's been managing, right?
Yeah.
But considering the last game that you guys against us, you guys were playing well.
Yeah.
So he can make the team play well.
Yeah. But it's like you're flipping a coin. On a good day you get hits, on a bad day you get tails. But that's something with him. He did the same thing with Manchester United.
He spoiled the soup.
Why lah?
Really, what? It's a perfect soup, no? Sir Alex give you the soup, enjoy. But he go destroy it.
Likes.
It was a soup that won the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But I get your sentiments, right? Because the last game United had with Watford, a relegation team, and they did give many moments in the game. They gave United a lot of frights. But then once the first goal went in, they gave up.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, okay, from now onwards, it's very difficult to turn over the tide.
Yeah.
And then they just gave up. I saw. Like if you could take a look at the highlights, the second goal and third goal, it's like nobody tracked back.
Because the first penalty was not supposed to be a penalty.
So that's what's happening at West Ham also.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Never mind, continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kiss My Badge. This is a local football show by the fans for the fans.
Yes.
And I have to, before we were cut, so I have to come back to you. What do you mean he went down before?
Because he was already anticipating the goalkeeper coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're talking about
so you're saying that Bruno Fernandes, new signing, and then
dive.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, lah.
I just want to bring you to the fact that Liverpool has won multiple, countless penalties
Countless penalties.
Yeah.
I think that one can debate lah. But
Exactly, it's up to debate.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't want you to sprout nonsense because this is our
It's got the most penalty this season.
But do you agree that Bruno Fernandes was something that is lacking from Manchester United? Because
he's like the plug now. He's like
because I see him serve the ball upwards towards Martial a bit more.
Yeah.
Martial's a bit more prolific now.
Yeah.
Or not, he's like a dead thing walking around.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, I see Bruno Fernandes in the same light as like the same person's jersey is wearing, like Paul Scholes. Like Paul Scholes had this penchant for finding finding
I don't know
players.
what they're laughing, but I also laugh.
I don't know, maybe they catch some sniff of something, but I'm saying I see this Bruno Fernandes number 18 as Paul Scholes. So that's why he's huge to me.
Maybe they say bullshit lah. Yeah, okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can you guys explain why you're laughing?
You just start up your
Okay, so let us go into basically Manchester United's game this week. Playing at Goodison Park. Everton will be hosting United. Currently, of course, at 5th place. Everton is at 11th place. Amongst them, they actually have 9 wins for Everton. 10 times they draw, and United have won 36 times. So I don't know, but the good thing is that the record.
This is the thing. I cannot like fairly judge United. Like even despite being a United fan, I can't fairly judge because we have this thing where we will win, lose, then draw, then win.
But the good thing is you
It's
guys are
not
still
consistent.
unbeaten.
We are not
But you
building
guys
it.
are unbeaten for the last 4 games. So it's not too bad.
Which comes as a surprise because like
But can draw lah because they're unbeaten. Draw can.
Are you like not used to the win, lose, draw?
Exactly.
Because, I think it's
now that we've got a little bit of like we see the light at the tunnel, right?
a small light lah.
Yeah, so we see Bruno Fernandes coming in, integrating, and then showing the faithful how he can actually distribute and like create spaces for the players. So that was missing from our game because we defensively we were really okay. I would say, in fact, better than most of
So
the
Bruno
participating teams.
Fernandes is basically a cheaper and better Pogba lah.
No, he's a different animal.
Different
I think Pogba
Different
Pogba is world class. There's undeniable talent there, but character wise must change.
But do you think he will stay or will he go?
He should go.
Okay.
It's about time. Like he's like that friend who is now was invited to the party and then actually people ignore him already, but he still want to
You continue
linger in
your
there. It's
analogy
like
from last week.
just go, bro. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay, fine.
The previous time they met, it was a draw between United and Everton, 1-1, and then the game before that, Everton actually won 4-0. That was last season.
Yep.
So United actually is winless against Everton 3 out of 4 games, and last 2 games, of course, you can see lah, one draw and
One
loss.
victory lah.
Yeah.
Last 3 mah.
So actually the next one will be lose lah, right?
So
I
it's,
mean,
it's
it's not-
follow the trend.
I mean, if you
It's
follow
about
the
time.
win, lose,
Okay,
draw,
one thing
right?
is for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine your dad is here. Just channel everything out.
So
And
he
just,
will be like, my dad will be like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro,
we're gonna win.
yes, so confident. So now
But then again, I mean, depending.
the light will start to dim a bit this week.
I mean,
Against Everton.
we'll see, but
This is
I'm
Carlo
going for a victory. Carlo Ancelotti, whatever Pancelotti, I don't care. Because honestly speaking, he just took over Everton team. Like he has not like similar to what he because he inherited someone else's team, right? He has not really gotten a chance to buy players.
He didn't spend any money
And
on
yeah,
transfers
He
or
just
anything.
came.
Right?
He just came in.
Just came in and took over the cup, right?
Yep.
So I think the transfer money was spent on him to bring him over.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
So he has to.
So I feel like Ancelotti is like it's a test for him as a manager because he did leave he did not leave his previous club on a high, right? He just left. I don't know, for whatever reason that could be. It came out sudden, and then all of a sudden, of all teams he chose is Everton. So like, it was surprising to me, but I don't think Ancelotti will have that kind of master power over.
For
I beg to
Zul,
differ though.
yeah, okay, for Zul, let's say
Yeah,
I want to ask this question.
Yeah.
You Ancelotti
He's
coach
mad,
coach Chelsea
yeah.
before, right?
Yeah.
So at that point of, do you remember the season that he was? Do you think that he's?
Wait, did he win silverware for
Yeah,
Chelsea?
he did.
Okay.
First season.
He did win.
Yeah, but the second season wasn't deemed successful as a club lah. But I think he did well. But I agree to you to some extent. He probably needs some time. But I think he's a masterclass coach in himself lah.
Yeah,
So
He probably know how to like go against us in a way where he can stop our play.
He has
and all that kind of
experience
thing.
against you guys.
Yeah, so in terms of his firepower, that's where I doubt like his firepower.
This because players wise compared.
but for the reason why he left Napoli, actually, he was managing Napoli. So I think with the chairman, you go nuts. So that's why he left. But I think he probably has some surprises for Man U actually. I'm actually looking forward for this.
I'm
game.
looking forward to surprises.
As a football fan, I would love for a good game.
Yeah.
That's all I want to. And usually when we play against Everton, it's always a good game because we had Rooney. You know, whenever we had Rooney, at those times when we had Rooney, it becomes personal for Rooney as well.
Yeah.
So when he plays against Everton, he's on agenda. You can tell, like he's like a raging bull, and all that. So it will be a fantastic game to see, watch, and I mean, hopefully, if they play out tactically.
So what's your What do you predict?
My prediction
Don't
is
score just win or lose.
win.
Win,
bro, win. Top 4 no.
What about you?
I think Everton will nick it.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Everton.
Everton.
Yeah.
I think it's a draw.
Draw. Okay, draw. Yeah.
You draw, of course.
Because I don't want to.
You're not you're not going to support Merseyside. I
I'm not-
understand.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, it won't have any effect on you. Right?
No, surprisingly, actually, to me, right, the United team at this moment is actually showing improvement after improvement in terms of games.
I like how you notice that.
Yes, no, of course you have to take notice because you guys are our biggest rival. No matter whether you guys are at fifth spot or lower, you guys are our biggest rival. So
Okay.
no,
I felt the lower especially. It's fine.
but
I get
the
that.
thing, you can see that I don't still think that Ole is not the person to manage you guys, but surprisingly he's actually making you guys perform better.
Because he's the right person. He's proving to be the right person.
You think Ole is the correct person to actually
For
guide them?
now, he's the correct person. For now. But I think going on allowing, I think you need somebody more prolific or more experienced. Yeah.
It's like for me I mean, since you come out with the topic, for me it's like it's always this debate, right? I follow all these like Man U football club, fan club, all this kind of thing, and they always say the same damn thing. It's like Ole is not the right person because he doesn't have this, doesn't have that. I mean, it's like similar to like having a job qualification, right? Like, if you don't have this, then I'm not gonna. But the fact that in football, it's like Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't a prolific player. Yeah. So most managers are not prolific players, or prolific in a sense where when they started out at the first club, they weren't like banging titles and anything. For Ole, this is a real chance because it's a club that he loves, right? Who would want to destroy the club that they love? You know what I mean? Like and now it makes sense. Like after Bruno's arrival, it makes sense. Like he's always been very tactical and very what do you call it? I would say very protective of the club. He has never spoken a bad thing about the owners or at Woodward. Even though the whole entire world, like the fans burning at Woodward's house.
But isn't that supposed to be a manager's job? You're not supposed
to address it, right? No, he didn't address it. Neither did he. But I mean, he did condemn it, but he didn't address it in a way. He didn't say it is my problem. It's not the club's problem. Like the club's problem is related to the pitch. You know what I mean? You don't mix both matters together.
But I think it's also because of his personality, because from where he's from.
Yeah.
So generally they're quite neutral. They're very focused on what they need to do. I mean, I'm not United. I mean pro, but I think that's what's happening now.
It's how you see the man prove himself, right? Like we all have different characteristics of each other and how we bounce off from different people's energy. So he's got a club filled with millionaires and stuff like that, so many egos to play with. I mean, I like how the fact that he handled Pogba really well, even though Pogba, you know, he say he injured but he dancing in Dubai, he dancing at the brother's wedding, all this kind of thing. For him, he doesn't care. It is his job. It is job to focus is the club. So even if people ask, hey, you know, he's not injured, or he dancing there, he just say no, but he's not fit to play for 90 minutes. That's it. That's the answer. You don't need to give more. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to say actually Pogba is a player who's not committed to. No, he didn't taruh him, nor taruh the club.